Hello there, welcome to a top 10 Hytale mods showcase. Once again, today I'm bringing you 10 new Hytale mods that you're really going to enjoy. You'll see why soon. As always, use code EDLUX in the Hytale store if you're considering buying the game. So what's the first mod? It's AUTOSORTER. To get this mod, search for AUTOSORTER. As you can see, it has 2,400 users. Basically, go to Files, click the three dots twice, then Get File. Save this file by pressing Windows plus R, go to App Data, Roaming, Hytale, User Data, and into the mods folder. Got it? Now, how does this mod work? Basically, you crouch and press F, okay? Let's grab a furnace instead. There it is. And let's also grab some coal so we can better understand how this mod works. Now, if we crouch and press F, we can set the filter for each item. So, for example, I have coal in my hand, F, okay? And now I click. And as you can see, now I can place the coal here, okay? Okay, now basically what this tool is going to do is, it says extract all slots output only. Well, basically it's going to search for coal in the surrounding area. Here we're seeing the distance. As you can see, we have a scanning distance of up to 32 in an interval, okay? Every 2 seconds or whatever we want, okay? I'm going to set it to every second. Now if I put coal here, you'll see it automatically collects it and uses it as fuel. And if I now grab copper, okay? Copper ore, I crouch, press F, and with the item in my hand do the same. There we have it, okay? If we want to empty the items, we just open it with an empty hand, okay? So we do the same thing. This would do the same process, and as you can see, it would put it there, okay? Obviously, you need to click turn on for this to work, okay? And now we're going to configure the chest to collect the copper ingots. So what's going to happen? Every time this smelts, right? It will theoretically collect the copper ingot. There it is. And it takes it directly to the chest. Super useful, it works remotely with no toll bus connections, pipes, or anything like that. So it's a super simplified way to make inventory management easier for us. Obviously, it lacks customization options like making it work with only one type of chest and so on, but that's how the mod works, okay? So yeah, super interesting. Alright, now I'm bringing you a super interesting mod called the Metallurgy mod. It's a mod that plans to add tons of things to Hytale, including different ores, ingots, armor sets, equipment, a new planet, special abilities for each weapon. As of today, these features aren't fully developed yet, but the creator has already shared a small preview of what he's made so far. And what does it include? Well, basically with the workbench, we can craft a metallurgy bench, which will let us create various benches and devices. Okay? We'll also have access to portal keys, which will likely help us travel to the new planet. And we have the alloyer, basically a furnace that lets us create material alloys. It works with blast coal, got it? The alloyer. Let's see if it accepts. No, it doesn't accept much right now, but I guess that's coming in a future update. Then we have all these armors and new minerals that will be added. Bronze, Armodine, Atlas, Ceroclase, Desicalcos, Medasium, Nocturnum. There are tons of ores, but as I mentioned, the mod isn't fully developed yet. If I see, well, if it develops further and you notify me or I notice the mod has progressed, I'd be delighted to cover it completely. Right now, the mod only adds 2 ores, which are basically tin and bronze. Tin is obtained from cassiterite. Bronze, I assume you'll get somehow, but as I said, the mod doesn't have many features yet except for the crusher, okay? The crusher basically lets you place any ore here, convert it to powder, and that powder gives you 2 powder units. Put that powder in a furnace and get double the ingots, okay? That's the main utility the mod has right now. So it's a mod that looks really promising, and we'll see how it develops. Probably a year from now, we'll have a very, very interesting mod. And that's it, it's that simple. To get it, the mod is called Metallurgy 2, 9,300 users. Just go to Files, 3 buttons, and get File. That's all. Bye-bye. Alright, welcome to the mod of illegal quarries. Basically, what this mod does is simulate a Minecraft quarry, which helps us get ores or mine a specific area. Well, basically here we have it, okay? Let me remove the ore filter and earth filter to see what we get. There it is, okay? So, how does the quarry work? It's super simple, okay? First, we need to go to a workbench and craft either a basic quarry or an advanced one, okay? We'll place it down, alright? And on top of it, we'll place a chest. We're going to need coal, okay? We'll put the coal inside the chest, right? There it is. It's already being consumed. Since this is an advanced quarry, we can connect 3 speed and 3 filters. If it were basic, only 1, okay? So the filters, as you can see, when I place them, it shows speed 2 of 3, 3 of 3, okay? At maximum speed. And now the filter, what filter should I put on it? Well, if I only want earth elements like it's giving me now, I'll use the earth filter. Otherwise, I'll use the ore filter, okay? With the ore filter, I ensure it always gives minerals in exchange for coal. Important, there are other types of filters, okay? Like the onyxium filter or the prism filter, okay? Doing it this way, or mithril filter, even setting it here to only give us this element theoretically, okay? There it is, mithril ore, as you can see. We can connect multiple filters to get both mithril and onyxium. Let's test it out. There it is. 2 filters to allow both onyxium and mithril to pass through, okay? We even have the prism too, which we could add without any problem whatsoever. Okay, and there we have the prism as well. So yeah, that's how these quarries work. I don't think they empty the world, okay? They're basically just farms, but they don't break blocks or anything like that. So yeah, super cool. The mod is called Illegal Quarry, has 1,000 users, and to get it, just 3 clicks and download the file. So yeah, it's that simple. Alright, so here I'm going to show you a mod that brings the ender chest to Hytale. How does the ender chest work? Well, it's pretty simple. Basically, we go to the workbench, find the ender chest, which is already in the survival section. I think it should be in the tinkering section, right? Since we already have the upgrade backpack and other items there, the ender chest would fit nicely. Basically, it costs 4 void hearts, 20 void essences, and 1 adamantite ingot. So it's quite expensive to craft and requires a fully upgraded workbench. This item essentially functions as a shared inventory. If I put this workbench in it, no matter where I go or break it, when I open it again, my items remain. Got it? Let's grab a pickaxe too and see if we can break this chest. I might need an axe instead. And there, I got it back. See, it looks like you need an axe. So that's it. That's how simple this mod works. It's super interesting. And how can we get this mod? Simply head over to Ender Chests. It has 5,000 users, was updated just 22 hours ago. Click Files, 3 dots, and download. So that's it, super simple. Alright, welcome to this Hytale mod, which basically manages to unify the entire chest network. It's called Simple Storage and essentially gives us access from a workbench to a storage access point, storage cable, storage export cable, storage import cable, and storage terminal. And basically, well, here we have a small example where we place the storage terminal, okay? From here is where we can interact with the terminal without any issues. And for example, if we have this item, right, we can store it easily in this chest here. Then we have the cables, okay? These are simply just normal cables. Here we have the storage access point, which shows us information about what we have, connected nodes, occupied slots, and more. And here's a simple chest that's connected with cables. Then we'd move on to export cable and import cable, which theoretically serve us. The export cable helps us export items from a chest outward, and the import cable does the opposite. Right now, as you can see, when I use them, they don't appear in the storage terminal. Regardless of whether I use export or import, they don't show up, so I don't really find them very useful. I understand that maybe if I place an export here, if I continue with the cable and put an export here, for example, or an import, okay? So it collects items and I try to filter. As you can see, I press F, I add a rule, but it doesn't let me filter what I want to import or export, which isn't helpful at all. So for now, we need to use normal cables. The developer has already mentioned that he'll continue developing the mod, and there's still a lot of work to be done, obviously. So anyway, the mod is called Easy Storage Networks. It has 6,000 users, was created 11 days ago and updated 12 days ago. So nothing more. We go to Files, 3 Get Files buttons, and that's it. That simple. Alright, today I'm introducing a new mod called ALECS's Cats. Basically, this mod, as you can see, adds all kinds of new cats, and there we have it, okay? Basically, these cats, as you can see, they notice us, okay? Right now they're jumping because I think I'm wearing the collar, right? Exactly, and with the collar we can interact with them, it seems. or we can normally interact with them anyway. So to tame them, we basically need raw fish, feed them raw fish. Okay, I think one is already tamed, and then the collar. Let's see if it lets me. This one has gone stiff. Great, so here we have the cat, and that's basically it. We have catfish, and we can feed them with it, and then use this collar to keep the cat, as you can see, contained without any problems, okay? So that's how we would have cats as pets. Cats appear in Zone 1 in plains and forests, and in Zone 3 in forests. Got it? So yeah, super, super cool as pets. I don't know if they drop anything. Doesn't look like it, but they hit pretty hard, honestly. Let's check it out, and the drop is nothing, just food. So anyway, to get this mod, we'll simply need ALECS cats and several other things, okay? They also require us to have the plugin and asset pack, okay? The plugin and the asset pack. These three things all go in the same folder, in the user data and saves folder. No, sorry, not saves, mods, okay? As you can see, app data, roaming, Hytale, user data, mods. So yeah, it's that simple. Hope you enjoyed it. Alright, so this is the next mod. It's the HYTRADE mod. It's a mod that unfortunately I can't show you, not because of anything special, but because I don't have anyone to trade with. As you can see, it lets us exchange items with other users using the /trade command, okay? We would type /trade and then the username. As you can see, if I enter my own name, it tells me I can't trade with myself. But normally a whole interface would appear where we can trade items. It reminds me a lot of World of Warcraft trading, though I'm not sure how else they could have designed it differently. And something super interesting is that there are also HYTRADE settings, like if you want to ban certain players. There it is, there's the command. Let's try to see a bit what it looks like. Position, layout, ignore players. If we want to block a user from requesting trades or ignore all trades completely, we can do that. And also the HYTRADE reload command. So here we have permissions, settings, and more. If we want to add economy compatibility, we can use Vault Unlocked, okay? So any mod that uses Vault Unlocked will be compatible with HYTRADE, right? Currently, based on the user numbers I'm seeing, I don't think many mods use Vault Unlocked, but it's a way to, if someone in the future wants to add something, look, there we have it as an optional dependency. If someone eventually wants to add something, it's available. So just click on Files, 3 buttons, get the file, and you're done. This file goes in the Hytale mods folder. It's that simple. Alright, let me introduce you to the LOOTR mod, a legendary mod from Minecraft. Okay? And now we have it in Hytale. Basically, this mod makes each chest unique. Look, remember this reddish one here? Let's go find another one. Look, here's another one. Okay? It actually turned out the same for me. Now, look, here's another chest. Okay? So what's the cool part? What's the cool part? Well, the cool thing about this mod is that LOOTR makes all players see and get different loot. Which means if I'm playing on a server, if I loot a chest and my friend comes and loots the same chest, we'll both get different items. So if you're playing with 50 people, everyone gets loot for completing the dungeon, okay? Right now it's true that it doesn't make much sense. I mean, it makes sense, but not really, not for nothing. But because dungeon loot isn't that relevant. It's true that it makes an area replayable, which is super important. Replayable for different players, I mean. It's super important to avoid situations where, when creating a world or joining an existing server, you have to travel thousands of blocks just to find a structure worth exploring, right? For example, so it adds a lot of fun, but it's also true that the loot in Hytale right now is very unbalanced, in the sense that it's not worth doing a dungeon. Dungeons are very easy, therefore. Of course, if 2 players go to do a dungeon, it doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make sense because one person could do it perfectly fine alone. Well, it also depends on how strong you both are, right? But you know what I mean. So this is the mod, okay? It has 14,500 users, and here they explain a bit about how it works. Personalized loot. Each player sees unique items. Custom chests, right? Operators can use the /LOOTR custom XYZ command to convert a chest with items into a custom loot chest. So, super interesting. And well, this is the chest it adds, right? I thought they added loot varieties like different chest types too, but it's just this one. And well, we just click these buttons, download the file, and save it in the Hytale mods folder, okay? So super cool, and there we have it. Well, welcome everyone. Today I'm going to show you the lock chest mod. Basically, this mod allows us to take a chest, crouch, press F, and as you can see, we can lock the chest, right? As you can see, it says owner. Well, that's me, status locked, whitelist, okay? If we want to add someone to the whitelist, we can do that and give them a name, right? As you can see, so people can see it out there. So anyway, to get it, as you can see, just go to chest locker. It has 730 users, and it tells you to crouch and press F. It says to add players to the whitelist. Well, it doesn't actually specify how. I don't see any button or anything. I think that's an error, but anyway. It says people with operator status can access any chest and edit any chest. So that's it. It's that simple. We would save the mod and we could play it without any problems to protect our chests, of course. There we have it. All right. So in today's mod, I'm going to show you a mod that's about potions, okay? Now I'm going to switch to normal mode. Basically, we're going to take one of these potions, or rather an alchemy, okay? An alchemy workbench, which we can upgrade. And basically what this mod does is add new potions that I don't seem to have unlocked yet. Wonderful. What kind of potions? Well, if we type neplist, okay, with the mod, we'll see what it tells us. The neptrork command turns us into a trork. Nep wolf, nep zombie, nep skeleton, nep goblin, nep bear, all these are potions added by the mod. We can also transform into the void dragon, fire dragon, which is what you saw. Let's do dragon void, okay? And there I've turned into the dragon void. Well, becoming the dragon void doesn't mean I can fly. At least it doesn't seem so. And I don't know if it changes my damage. Sometimes I can't break blocks. Oh yes, I can. But I don't know if I can attack. I'll try with that bug over there. But well, it seems for now it's just something aesthetic or a work in progress. But we have everything. We also have options to turn into a goblin. Let's type /nepgoblin there. I should be transforming into a goblin. Let's see. If we want to return to normal, we can use nep normal and nep goblin. There it is. Okay, and there I am. So, well, the mod is called Not Enough Potions. Here they show us a bit about how we can change into a dragon. Also, a little about what each thing does, okay? The deer gives us knockback 2, the wolf gives us speed 1.8 and boost speed. The goblin gives us speed 1.3, skeleton. Zombie, the trork, knockback 1.5. Dragons allow us to fly. Yeah, I was able to, honestly. And there they tell us which potions they add. Speed potion, duration, etc. Levitation, area potions, and more. I'm going to try one last time, see if I can fly. There it is. There it is. There it is. It was double space. So there we have it. There we have it. Spectacular. Truly spectacular. Wow, it's really cool, isn't it? It's really cool. If I press double space again, I slowly fall, okay? There it is. Super, super cool. Well, I've been able to. Now I can breathe fire and stuff with attacks like a dragon, right? So if I hit a creature, the creature just fell in love. If I attack a creature, taking its life as expected, since I can't bite it, see? So anyway, there you have it, okay? The mod is in the description, and that's it for this top 10 mods. Hope you liked it, and see you in future videos. Bye bye.